Hey guys, how's it going? CoreData here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to play some cards, and we're doing something a little bit different today. So today's video is going to be a set of stream highlights from just before the January balance patch. Now I'm recording this intro after the balance patch has gone live, so you're going to be seeing some of the cards will have changed from between the video and this recording. But with how bad the metagame was pre-patch, the post-Worlds metagame was absolutely abhorrent to play in. The metagame was in an incredibly restrictive chokehold by two decks, being Germany, France, Bretagne, and Brit US buffs. So in this very restrictive metagame, I found myself brewing a lot of very silly decks to keep myself entertained. And I'm going to be showing you 3 of those decks. These are all played on stream, so this video is, like I said, going to be a set of stream highlights. So the gameplay may not be representative of the decks, both good and bad. But this intro is going to be a little bit longer because I will be breaking down, at least very briefly breaking down, the 3 decks that are in this video. And the decks in this video range from kinda stupid to incredibly stupid. So the first deck in this video is going to be Jpn Kanazawa Combo. Now this deck is, I think, potentially the realest deck in the video. The issue this deck had was it was just slower in general than Germany-France, which meant that Germany-France would just combo kill you before you could combo kill them. Now, with Germany-France being completely dead, this deck, I think, might stand a chance if it's slightly more refined. The way this deck functions is you essentially want to land a Kanazawa regiment. This is a 5-cost 5/5 from the new set. When an undestroyed unit leaves the battlefield, deal 2 damage to the enemy HQ and give yours +2 defense. So basically what this means is every time you bounce a unit or you quote-unquote exile it with something like a remove from play effect, the Kanazawa will drain your opponent for 2 and you'll gain 2. And the way we're trying to combo our opponent out is we have a couple of means of doing it. Our primary means of comboing is by landing a 27 Fusiliers. This is a 2-cost 2/4 German infantry with bond and shock. When a German unit enters your hand, reduces cost by 1 to a minimum of 1. And we're also looking to utilize 74 Panzer Grenadiers. This is a 2-cost 2/3 with Blitz and Bond. Deployment to send a friendly unit to hand, it gets +1/+1 if you do. So the idea of the combo is either with or without synthetic oil from Reich Research. The plan is to essentially land a 27 Fusiliers with a Kanazawa regiment in play, and then just bounce repeatedly 74th Panzer Grenadiers by basically cycling just a pair of them, forming an infinite bounce loop. What this means is we're able to pretty much drain our opponent out from upwards of 30 or 40 health, depending on our own life total, depending on whether or not we have the bond active or not, and depending on whether or not we have the synthetic oil up, or if we have a 27 Fusiliers in play. So the way this deck works is versus control, it's very, very potent because you have a decent number of like mid-range threats in the deck in the form of things like the Henshells. You also have the Fallschirmjäger, which is very, very good against control, as well as just playing Volksgrenadier because having extra credits in the form of the abductions is very, very useful, as well as being a decent target to bounce. We're able to create these big damage swing turns versus control decks, and the deck is very, very good into like non-traditional or traditional control as well. Much better against decks that want to stack health than Bretagne was, but like I said, the problem was this deck was very, very bad into specifically Bretagne. But yeah, this deck is incredibly fun. There's not going to be much gameplay of this deck. During the stream, I kept queuing into nothing but Germany, France, Bretagne, so I got very little footage, at least very little usable footage of this deck, but there is like one interesting game, as well as one game where I kind of get the combo off, which I'll try and put in the video. I haven't edited or anything yet, so I don't know what I have or have not put into the video at this point. But yeah, this deck is a ton of fun. I will be putting all the deck lists in the description as well, just in case you are looking for the deck codes. But yeah, this deck I'm looking forward to refining a little bit further now that the metagame has shifted away from Germany, France, Bretagne, now that it's been shot and left in an alleyway. So yeah, this is a deck that I think you guys should keep your eyes out for. The second deck that I want to talk about is this. This is a slightly more sane deck than the Kanazawa deck in a lot of senses, but it's me and I was looking to have fun, so naturally it's completely not normal. This is US Germany Frontline, but you're probably looking at it and realizing it's missing quite a number of very good German and US cards. And that is because we're built around very specifically what is possibly my favorite card in the game, which is Mayhem. I've talked about this card at length before in the US-France Throp Mayhem deck. Mayhem is just a card I have a really soft spot for. It does things to my brain. It makes it tingle in all the good ways. Essentially what this deck is aiming to do is play a kind of tempo-based frontline game plan. Your standard frontline game plan, land doing 1-drops, pushing them forward with things like combat engineers, and then just randomly, occasionally on turn 3 or turn 4, will play a Mayhem and slap in a P51B or a Professionals into play, which tends to win games pretty quickly. So yeah, this deck is, like I said, very, very weird. It's a ton of fun to play, though. Again, it's like you're aiming to do the standard unit-based frontline things. You just don't have any of the very good orders that you would normally want to run in frontline. We're not playing for freedom. We have no access to Blitzkrieg because we have to play low order counts in order for the Errado to consistently hit Mayhem. The only orders in this deck, we're running 2, the only orders in this deck are exactly Mayhem and Strat Bombing, primarily because I don't want the Errados to be dead for a lot of time, because sometimes you will just naturally draw the Mayhem, or sometimes you'll naturally draw Strat Bombing, so it's just good to have a secondary target that we're happy to tutor with Errado. And Strat Bombing is like the best order I think we can kind of tutor up, just because we want to use our German slots for more than just having the access to the Blitzkrieg as well. Other than that, the deck is pretty straightforward. We're just playing all of the good German and US like frontline units, things like Red Devils, Combat Engineers. We're playing the 35Ts naturally, as well as like Thunderbolt from the new set, and a few other of the very, very powerful mid and late game options the deck has access to now. And finally, for the most off-the-wall deck in this video, it's back, baby. Commandos is back. So this is Britain US Commandos, a deck that no one probably thought they were going to be seeing after the nerfs and rotations that hit the deck. But it turns out the deck is still kind of playable. Funnily enough, number 43 Commando was never nerfed in the same fashion that number was it number 9 Commando or number 10 Commando? I can't remember now. I've already blocked that from my memory. But yeah, number 43 still triggers off every order you play. So the deck is built entirely around number 43 Commando and one of the new elites from the new set being National Service. This basically just reduces all of the British orders in our deck by 1. And gives our Brit units in deck +2 health. The health thing doesn't matter. What matters is this makes our orders cheaper in deck, which means we're able to very easily cycle through some very, very cheap British orders while keeping our hand restocked with Land Girls and Convoy HX1. So yeah, this deck is very, very weird. It's not good, but it is very, very funny, and chat really enjoyed this deck. I put this together like pretty early into the expansion because I really wanted to test out National Service, and I felt like this kind of deck was the place for it. We also got a handful of other pieces from the new set that really helped this deck, specifically Spars, allowing us to tutor up units. Because we are such a unit-light deck, we're only running like 5 units, which is the number 43. We're playing 1-2-3s as a means of copying the 43 to give us extra damage output. We're playing the Rangers, and we're playing RAF Mustang. The recently nerfed RAF Mustang, I will add. So yeah, the deck is basically just exactly what Commandos was before, except it's a little bit slower because we have our one Commando is 5 credits, and we don't really have space for like War Bonds or the ramp. Maybe we should just be playing War Bonds over Spars, but this version of the deck I was having a ton of fun with. But yeah, like I said, this is the most off-the-wall deck in this video, but it is by far one of the most fun decks in this video. Again, chat really, really enjoyed this one. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, a little bit of a weird one today. Apologies. The balance patch has gone live, so the metagame is currently shifting. So hopefully starting next week, we'll be back to my more regular recorded for YouTube content as opposed to just stream highlights. But given the state of the metagame previously, it was very difficult to justify trying to brew a deck in such a polarized and restricted metagame. There was very little motivation to want to play and make content. So streaming was a great way of doing it, because at least then I get to interact with chat while I'm getting bullied by Germany friends. So yeah, like I said, hopefully starting next week we'll be back to more regular content. But again, this is going to be a set of stream highlights, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and on to some games. Oh my god, more Germany? Oh, that's crazy. I wonder what this possibly could be. Oh my god. Yeah, same. I've never been the beneficiary of a free turn. I've only ever lost turns. Germany, France? That's crazy. What an interesting and unique deck. I'm so sick of Germany, France. I have played, what, like 6 games? 5 of which have been against Germany, France. The other one was against buffs. I am in purgatory. Who at 1939 have I offended so that this be my matchups? Arming, sure. Yagged bomber. If he plays the guy, I just yagged bomber it. Sky Barons. Oh my god, and they always just manifest a random defend in depth. This game. Yagged bomber, Fusilier. And now I have to spend the rest of the game trying to find the Kanazawa again. Swear to god. Dornier. Buzz bomb. We got a suppression. I think they have suppression. How are we doing, Yeet God? We're currently playing some Germany-Jpn Kanazawa, and we've queued into nothing but Germany-France, the deck's single worst matchup. Fallschirm Jaeger. Find suppression. I'll suppress this. 3H. Find shifting attack. The main thing, I just need a Kanazawa. I have the entire setup on board right now. I just need a Kanazawa to win the game. Hey. Come on. Off the table. Exactly. Exactly, literally. All the tools and no trigger. But my opponent will just have, like, capitulation. They'll have something here. Okay, they're going oil this turn. Just one time. One time top deck Kanazawa. No. Never lucky. Oh my god, I just cannot find it. Oh man, this is so annoying. I am so just randomly dead here. Oh god. The most frustrating thing is I run 3 of them. I'm just not finding them. Bergman. Route. That's fine. I have a second one in hand. Hey. Oh my god. Can you behave, please? The cat really just does not want to behave. There's a little bit of styrofoam or like air board. I just missed that entire sequence. What happened? Well, because of that now, we don't have lethal. I needed the Fusilier. Oh, man. We have a few different means of drawing cards. I know, I am so unbelievably lucky. Yeah, just Bismarck me. Put me out of my misery. Also, why was I taking bond damage? Did I not control? Oh, no, I played it this turn. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, this is what the deck is built to do. It's just basically stick a Kanazawa and cycle 74ths. Oh my god, and a resistance. Henschel. I mean, Leopold is fine. No, they just have Bismarck. Of course they do. The frontline deck, I just want to get at least one win with the Kanazawa deck. We're up against most likely buffs, so I'm keeping all the disruption. No turn 1 play. As we find the 3rd suppression. I want Finn Navy. Did Finland have Navy? I mean, I'm imagining no, but you never know. As a side of the war that I don't know much about. Am I gonna get sceptered? Am I gonna get sceptered? I am not getting sceptered. I have not commented on it in this stream. I might at the end, we'll see. But I will probably be prepping a video on it at some point. They had a coastal defense force, I see. I don't know what they're doing. Just gonna hold up from the deep here. Okay, well. This leads me to believe it is buffs. They just haven't drawn a buffs. Jagdpanzer. German ally. Okay. Crossfire. I'm just going to suppression this. Scepter. That's fine. I will suppression this. Tirpitz. Grab production. I'll crack this for oil, but I will not play the oil until I have a Kanazawa and at least one 74th. Route. That is fine. Oh, it's Handlock. I probably should have realized it was Handlock. To be fair. It being Handlock makes a lot of sense. Land girls taking bond damage is fine. Honey. I will... There's Kanazawa. Go for suppression on the honey. Deny card, or deny healing here. Shifting attack is really good. I will go Tirpitz. See what's on top. Second Kanazawa. I think I have lethal next turn, so I think I go synthetic oil here. Yeah, I probably should have realized. To be fair, I haven't seen Handlock since Naval Warfare, so. Kriegsmarine. So go Kanazawa. Kanazawa. Ah, Yugen. That's annoying. They are no longer dead, I don't think. Kyoto, take one, down to 5. Shifting attack, down to 3. Play the Kyoto, down. See, I can't really do that now they're not dead, because... Oh! Oh, I should have counted cards in hand. Whoops. How silly of me. Yes, you're correct. Kriegsmarine is in fact lethal, yeah. I was not paying attention to cards in hand. I could be wrong. Oh, wow. More Bretagne. That's crazy. Yeah, Duggan becomes a lot worse. That is true. That one we're in higher agreement on. Duggan becomes a lot worse in the deck. Buzz Bomb. I can go Combat Engineer here. Or I can just play the boys. But, like, I'm on the draw, so they just have Crossfire on 4. I'm just gonna get crossfired on turn 4 because it'd be sad. But I probably should have said what I'm playing. By the way, if you're curious, this is Mayhem Frontline. This is a very bad version of Frontline, called it, by the way. That looks to use Mayhem to cheat in 7-drops. We go Volkswagen. Play infantry. A bit like this, actually. Not that it's gonna matter. They'll just have suppression. I mean, that's like pretty good for me. Ketchup Pap, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. I mean, yes, I will take a 5-7 with Blitz. And heavy armor. But they can Bretagne second front me next turn, so it's like not gonna matter. Got ambush. Yeah, they're just gonna go Bretagne production second front and we just lose next turn regardless. Not good but fun. Exactly, that was the entire purpose of this deck. Yeah, there it is. Shocking. Yeah, I die to pretty much anything here. I'm hoping the strap bombing puts them off a turn. I'm so glad Bretagne is dead. Kind of sad the buffs are still going to be playable. I mean, buffs is still playable. I just don't know if it's going to be tier 1. I don't think it is. I think the loss of Kangaroo Transport is enough. Also, incredibly shocked we won that, by the way. Every single time, the camera's on the wrong side. No, 4-dress makes sense if you're playing nothing but buffs mirrors. Considering that buffs falls to an early suppression, it makes a lot of sense. Also, holy shit, we're up against US. What is happening? And we have to turn 3 Mayhem. US France? We have a turn 3 P51, baby. Oh, they got the veg. They've got the veg. Go production. I can bounce back the Volksgren. Nah, we go here. Do love me a good Mayhem. Oh, well, this just gets killed. I mean, as US France, you kind of you're relying on strat bombing for this. Calliope. The Calliope is on my side. Sure hope no overdraw. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, strap bombing is like the out to this. I mean, this also works, but this also buffs my entire board. It's fine. Ah, it's the only other order in my deck, so it's whatever. We go 0. Push this. Get the errata down. There's no value in the errata anymore anyway. We have 20 Panzer Grenadiers as a 4 extra burst anyway. Hellcat. Viva. Professionals is not going to matter. So they need liberation here to not die. Patton. What are they going for here? 1, 2, 3s. To trade, okay. The bond damage puts him in range of the 35T. Double professionals attempt gone wrong. I will test for Counter-Strike and air defense here. Yeah, I'm assuming it's professionals. The fact that Bretagne is going at least means that we're going to have some more control decks in the metagame. There's going to be some more room for experimentation. We keep the Rado, we keep the M10, we keep Red Devils. If this is buffs, go Red Devils here. I really just hope we got it right. Yeah, I mean, the important thing is that Bretagne as a deck is dead. That immediately frees up... Okay. That immediately frees up space for control decks, because Bretagne was like the main limiting factor on how fast decks had to be. And with buffs getting reined in a little bit, it means there's going to be a lot more room for aggro. Like for other aggro decks that aren't just buffs. Just because buffs was so suffocating. I guess we just go like this. We have the M10 for their buffs. Land girls. They got another duress. They're thinking about it. They're really thinking about it. No, I'm much more what the f Excuse me? Brit US garrisons? I'm interested to see where this goes. If they just go for, like, Desert Dust or whatever here, it's fine. They can clear off the Kangaroo Transport, sure. Are they literally just playing this as a cheap Fury body? Is that all this is? I think they're just playing this as a 3-cost 2/5 Fury. I'm still so sad you noticed the camera. Yeah, thanks everyone for telling me. God damn it, every single time. For freedom. Like, I can put them dead next turn. Or like, I can have them dead over 2 turns. Yeah, I mean, there's buffs. Second Kangaroo. Bacage. There's no point Eradoing, because it's just going to get me Mayhem. I mean, I could Erado, and then I can go production attack, set him to 1, and then I have lethal with Strat Bombing. I mean, I may as well just draw the Mayhem out. There's no downside, right? Yeah, literally just running it for Fury. That's so incredible. Yeah, there's buffs. Have they got the 3rd Kangaroo? They do have the 3rd Kangaroo! They have to kill the Errado. They have no choice. This is A-okay. Pathfinders, yeah. I don't know why or how, but in all the games I've run with this deck, it has a 0, like, it has not lost 2 buffs. Somehow this deck is very good into buffs, and I do not understand why. But yeah. Given how ladder is right now, I think I'm just gonna talk about the balance change for Saturday instead of actually putting up a video. Like an actual gameplay video, because this is just misery incarnate. I'll keep Spars. This is our unit tutor. There is the Commando, our one and only Commando. Okay. Solve Italy. This might be worth duressing, actually. Hey, doing, Kitchpap? Hopefully you're doing well. Cannot be suppressed, cannot retreat, that's fine. Naval power. I can go research for radar. I could also just suppress and go Spars. Spars finds me another 1-2-3s, or it finds me Rangers. I really could do with finding... No, we'll go Spars. We'll pin this. I need to free my hand up a little bit. Okay, so that's all the units we need. I mean, this is actually fine. It's good into buffs because they can't just suppress it to get around it. So, like, this is... It's not a bad card. This one, on the other hand, is slightly more questionable. My War Machine. I need national service, and then I need, like, protected convoy. There's convoy. What deck is this? This is Commandos, but the only Commandos that we have left in the format, pretty much, which is number 43, and then just making making more of them at 1-2-3s. It's built around National Service, one of the new elites that Britain got this set, that reduced the cost of British orders in deck by 1. I mean, that's fine. That means I'm taking damage this turn. Hey, there it is. We'll go for radar. Beta Som. Yeah, with the stat lines they have out, I don't think I can kill them in a turn. Yes, I am going to need bigger pings. Yeah, it's a shame Crusader would actually make this, I think, playable. We do just lose to strategic focus here, but we can't be monasteered, importantly. Daggers, that's fine. Mustang is not lethal. I could go for Lancaster. There's Wave. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I thought it was it. I probably should have read. I should have read it. It's any unit that damaged it, not any unit that attacks it. Unfortunate. I mean, it's fine. This is why I picked the Lancaster. That was off of Beta Som. won a game! We finally won a game! After an hour and a half of stream, we win a game. And it's with Commandos. Hey, up against US. Something different again. We'll keep the Commando in the opener, but keep Royal Research. Spars is good. 1, 2, 3 is solid. I think I just do this for the unit, because next turn I'm ramping. It's Navy! Hell yeah! You see so much more variation. You were not here for the start of the stream when it was like 8 games in a row of nothing but Germany, France. I could just dump Rangers. US, Britain. US, Britain Navy. Now that is interesting. Sullivan's. Am I taking 8? I'm not, okay. Opponent did not win the lottery today. Yeah, we duress. Do this. Naval power is good. I think I wait a turn on the naval power though. If they play another Marines, yeah. Because I want to be able to lock down the one that can veteran. Goes for Semper Fight. Pin this. War Machine. Wave is a good pickup at least. I could just go for freedom on one of their units and wave to clear. This deck has nothing. Or yeah, it does not. This is why it's a bad deck. Cup of tea. I can't quite go in this turn. I could just die. Yeah, I was just considering it. I think I'd go Ranger, crack, research for radar. Oh my god. This just gets duressed now. Okay, we're not quite dead. Yeah, the scepters have been a pain. Another one. Another one. I mean, this is a good sign. Brother. Archerfish. Please don't be active. It's active! No! I mean, it's fine. Realistically, how do they deal with this? Sullivan's. We know the top card. This is Navy. Oh, god damn it. Naval power. I guess we go here. Convoy. Should have done this first. That was my bad. Should have serviced first. That was bad ordering. We have Garrison and we have a Mustang in the deck still. So we just need to draw into our Mustang. Just pray we don't get counter-striked. Yes! Oh. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, the decks I played in this video, not good. They are meme decks, but so much fun. Yeah, as I mentioned at the start, with the recent balance patch, the metagame is in a state of transition as people kind of start refining and landing on what the new best decks are. Seeing as Bretagne is completely gone, it's opened up a lot of space for control decks, so people are experimenting with Soup, they're experimenting with Soviet Italy a lot more now again. So yeah, the metagame is going to be in a very like unstable state for like a week or so, I would imagine, while people still while they figure out the decks. So hopefully starting next week, I'll be back to brewing my normal set of decks. I have a handful of decks I want to look at. One or two of the buffs I think might be relevant as well. M3 Lee I'm going to do a little bit of experimentation with. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, like I said, all that good stuff before. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.